The most important comment I have ever received on this channel. It's man, it's insane. Happy Monday. So I'm on a quest for knowledge. Quest. Oh, here comes. I guess these two dogs are on a quest for knowledge as well. What are you guys doing? You gonna sit? Hang tight. We're gonna see what these guys are doing. One is sitting there minding his own, looking around. The other is now going back outside. You gonna make up your mind? What are you gonna do, baby? And here's the other one. The other one's like, just every time I start talking, they come in here like, Dad's talking to somebody. All right, hold a second. They realize there's no one in here. They leave. Every time I do a video, they come busting to the door like, who you talk to, Dad? And then they look around and say, anyway, so I'm on a quest for knowledge. I get all kinds of knowledge. I want knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And so I got, so that's why I got books on top of books, on top of books, on top of books, and on top of books. You know, many of which I'm sure I won't get around to reading, but I cannot still get over this one right here. Look at that, discard, i.e., throw it away. This was at a library in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, the Forsyth Technical Community College. Ooh. That's probably actually a pretty good place to look for books, community colleges. I never thought about that. Ooh. Anyway, so I'm on a quest for knowledge. And I'm reading, gathering my knowledge because I don't trust the mechanisms of knowledge and put to us by the current Orthodox. Anyway, so I did this video. I had to get this off my chest. And right here hit me like a ton of bricks. You seem to have a very high IQ. I don't know that to be true. That Prince Harry guy is freaking weird, dude. You see, I don't know that it'd be true. I have a high IQ. I'm curious. I'm a curious type of guy, and I'm not even sure IQ means all that much. Frankly, I know many people think it does. Nassim Nicholas Taleb talks about the high IQ, and I tend to agree with him. High IQ is just a way for people who score well on tests to quantify how smart they are by giving other people tests. And are fascinated by creation and its mysteries. Since you love reading, please consider more time in the Bible than on other reads. And now, I don't like this. You cannot really, worth getting to know your creator, and you cannot really get to know him outside the book. I don't like that at all. I don't think the creator is in a book. I don't like that. But I do think, please consider spending more time in the Bible than on other reads. I don't like when we put the creator of all things into this book. But with that said, I think there's a lot of value in there. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm seeking knowledge, but knowledge is not wisdom. Wisdom. And so I had this Bible. I've had this for probably 30 years. New International Version. And it's a wonderful, for me, it's just easy. I just like it. It's part of me essentially, because I got this marked up so much, but I hadn't opened it in a long time because I've been spending probably an hour and a half a morning on this kind of stuff. And that's knowledge. It's great. Having knowledge it's not mutually exclusive to have knowledge and wisdom. But knowledge doesn't lead to wisdom, if that makes sense. And wisdom doesn't necessarily lead to knowledge. In fact, I started looking at Ecclesiastes. And I had never read Ecclesiastes, ever. And there's so much wisdom in this book. Where do you think, right here, we got, it's insane to me how many phrases of us that we come from. Give you an example. Here's, naked a man comes from his mother womb, and as he comes, so he departs. Dust to dust. That's literally not that, but same is, you're naked as you come, and you're naked as you go. Isn't that crazy? There's other things in this thing too. Let me find one. Nothing new under the sun. for instance. There's other stuff in this one. I mean, it's like 3 pages or so, 4 pages. We think it's written by, well, I don't know, I would think it's written by Solomon because it says the son of David. And he talks about how he was a king. It might be Solomon's scribes, I don't know, but it's, check this out. I mean, you got to read the book of Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes, whatever. I denied myself nothing my eyes desired. I refused my heart no pleasure. My heart took delight in all my work, and this was the reward for all my labor. Yet when I surveyed all that my hands had done and what I had toiled to achieve, everything was meaningless, a chasing after the wind. Nothing was gained under the sun. Check this out. Right here. For a man may do his work with wisdom, knowledge, and skill. Again, showing wisdom and knowledge are not mutually exclusive. And then he must leave all he owns to someone who has not worked for it. What does a man get for all the toil and anxious striving with which he labors under the sun? All his days, his work is pain and grief. Even at night, his mind does not rest. This is meaningless. A man can do nothing better than to eat and drink and find satisfaction in his work. Eat, drink, and be merry. You know that? This too I see is from the hand of God. For without him, who can eat or find enjoyment? To the man who pleases him, God gives wisdom, knowledge, and happiness. But to the sinner, he gives a task of gathering and storing up wealth to hand it over to the one who pleases God. I know that there is nothing better for men than to be happy and do good while they live, that everyone may eat and drink and find satisfaction in his toil. That is the gift of God. And I saw, right here, check this out. And I saw that all labor and all achievement spring from man's envy of his neighbor. This too is meaningless, a chasing after the wind. Solomon or his scribe talks about chasing after the wind time and again. It's crazy. But check this out. The fool folds his hands and ruins himself. Better one handful with tranquility than 2 handfuls with toil and chasing after the wind. Man, does that not sound like something? A bird in the hand is better than 2 in the bush. Better one handful with tranquility than 2 handfuls with toil and chasing after the wind. Better a poor but wise youth than an old but foolish king who no longer knows how to take warning. There is no end to all the people who were before them, but those who came later were not pleased with the successor. Again, they're chasing after the wind. It's amazing in here, man. Whoever loves money has money. Whoever loves money never has money enough. Whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with his income. As goods increased, so do those who consume them, and what benefit are they to the owner except to feast his eyes on them? The sleep of a laborer is sweet, whether he eats little or much, but the abundance of a rich man permits him no sleep. Then I realized that it's good and proper for a man to eat and drink and find satisfaction. I realized it's good and proper for a man to eat and drink and find satisfaction in his toilsome labor under the sun during the few days of life God has given him, for this is his lot. Moreover, when God gives any man wealth and possessions and enables him to enjoy them, to accept his lot and be happy in his work, this is a gift of God. He seldom reflects on his days of life because God keeps him occupied with the gladness of his heart. And that's just 6 chapters of the book of Ecclesiastes. So then we go into, hold on a second. I just want to show you something from Matthew. And we go into Matthew here. Hold on a second. Matthew. What does Matthew say? And he said, truly, this is Jesus now. Matthew 18:3. And he said, Jesus, truly I tell you, unless you change and become like children, like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Be joyful Be content. Be in awe of creation. So then I went to Bertaria Times, the app here. Check this out. Bertaria Times. Watch this. Oh man, we're able to see that. Hope you're able to see that, baby. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. Be like the little children. Search for wisdom before knowledge. With wisdom comes knowledge. Be content. Be satisfied. I just want to show you this again. This is so cute. Watch this little. Two little kids. Watch out that. Oh, he hops like this. This little guy. Oh, dude, that crushed. I just got to show you some of those too. This kind of stuff, by the way, you find out the Bertaria Times app, app.Bertaria Times. So here's a lady just had a baby or is getting ready to have a baby. She's a head maker at the local violin shop. She puts in the hours, learns everything she can to further her profession. It's something she loves. Her boss saw that and put the word out on some mom website, and every single baby-related thing was given to us, because community is wealth. This guy drove from Pennsylvania to Missouri and spent a week with some old friends I met for the first time. This guy just finished the 4 today. This guy made this right here on the carnivore diet. This guy's growing mushroom tonic of some sort. I don't know. Oh man. Those who work their land will have abundant food, but those who chase fantasies have no sense. Again, Proverbs, weird because Ecclesiastes comes right after Proverbs. I mean, just look at this stuff, man. These men are praying with their kid. Notice they have no shoes on because you're getting from the ground. You know what I'm saying? You got a guy selling coffee, but I had to show this one. It's funny. This cracked me up. Let's see if the dogs. Watch this. Fetty had his head sideways. He's like, "What the hell is that?" And this guy's bagged and sealed will survive the winter. You guys celebrate. Look at this dog. That lady's making her own cakes. More coffee. Watch this. Watch this. Oh my goodness! Look at that baby. That's not awesome. I don't know what happened. There we go. Look at that. I love it. Look at that little bear. Oh my goodness. Anyway, just so much. And I post this. Howdy Bukowski is on Dr. Tom Cowan's thing. That's awesome. And then just the beauty of God's creation. Anyway, seek wisdom. And it's just like wisdom is through the good book. Now we can argue all day long about the veracity of the good book. I get that. A lot of people do. And frankly, that's fine. Do you find wisdom in it? Yeah. Does that mean if you is there wisdom to be found in the Holy Bible? Of course. Now, don't pigeonhole is what Andy Stanley talks about a lot, and don't make God your personal machine where you just put 25 cents in and pull out a God of the today. You know what I'm saying? Your vending machine. I just don't. God is, and I don't think that's what she's doing. Born again bride. I do challenge people not to be in awe of the book and not be awe of the creation itself. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's amazing to me, and I just seek wisdom first. All right, love your thoughts. We'll see you.